In this video, I'm going to show you how to completely disassemble the SSP2. We remove the slide catch. Next, we remove this screw under the fake compensator. There's an O-ring on the screw. Do not lose it. Now you can slide the whole slide off. Then you can remove the compensator, pull back the plunger, the recoil spring. So there is one rubber buffer on the spring guide. Now you can slide out the outer barrel assembly. To remove the inner barrel and bucking, you have to loosen 3 set screws that hold the inner barrel in place. To not lose them, you can just loosen them and not remove them completely. When you can see the set screw, it usually means it's enough. Then loosen your TDC, and now your inner barrel should slide off. This is your inner barrel assembly. You have a square nub. Do not lose it. And to remove the housing, to get the bucking, you just slide it out. Then you can remove your bucking. To not lose the metal C-clip on the bucking. Now, to remove blowback housing, this is another screw that also has an O-ring. Do not lose both. Then there's one screw in the back of the slide. Remove it too. It had a washer on it. Now you can drop out your blowback housing and slide off your rear side. There are 2 recoil return springs for the nozzle, and then there's your nozzle and your blowback housing. Now the slide is completely disassembled. Next, we try to disassemble the lower. To start, make sure your hammer is at released position. Then you pull out the hammer spring pin that could be under tension. This is your hammer spring housing. There is a tiny pin on the side. You can just push the hammer spring, then this pin will fall out. It's tiny, do not lose it. And this is your hammer spring and the housing. Now we can remove the grip. There are 3 screws holding the grip. Now I can remove the leaf spring. To remove the trigger, you can just take the leaf spring, push it in, rotate, and this allows you to remove the mag catch. If you want to disassemble it, just rotate it back, but be careful, there is a small spring that could jump out. And now we can remove the trigger. And this is your grip. Now to remove the side safeties, we rotate it. We remove this screw, which is holding the 2 halves. Now we can remove the other half. And be careful, there is a spring-loaded pin in here, so it don't fly out. There will be 2 pins and 1 spring. The smaller pin with a step in the middle goes in first. And this is the other half of the safety. Now we can remove the inside of the gun. There is only 1 screw. And your side panel comes off. Then you can remove the hammer, the sear, and the disconnector. And here we only have the striker. You pry off the spring, remove it. Then you can remove the striker. And under this tiny screw, It's here, striker lock. The striker lock is under spring tension, so be careful. Here we go. Now the gun is completely disassembled. In the next video, I will show you how to put it back.